Hey there everyone, we are here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're going to do lesson number 254, Let Every Voice But God's Be Still in Me, which today will be a challenge for me because our new location is the Washington State Fair. And I got a hat yesterday that I'm super in love with at a camping store in Port Angeles. So you're basically caught up on things as it is right now. We got in here last night after dark, and it was extremely interesting because they had overbooked this park because the fair is going on right now and a lot of the vendors are staying here, and they basically just told us, yeah, just walk around and see if you find a spot. We're overbooked. People are using the electrical cords for spots that aren't being used for their purposes, and it was a lot of just kind of people overlapping into each other's areas, which I normally don't see at RV parks, but this is an intense time because there's a lot of hardworking people here that they showed up late and their spot was gone. So I feel the energy of like excitement and tension because of the fair, and it was packed last night. So I figured now is a good time to do this video before all the people show up. Yeah, and talk about, you know, shining your light, and Spirit puts you where you need to be at the right time. So hey, we're here now, and we do plan on hitting up the fair and eating fair food and riding on the rides and stuff. And yeah, who knows what Spirit will put in our path while we're here. So let's jump into this lesson 254, Let Every Voice But God's Be Still in Me. Father, today I would but hear your voice. In deepest silence, I would come to you to hear your voice and to receive your word. I have no prayer but this. I come to you to ask you for the truth, and truth is but your will, which I would share with you today. Today, we let no ego thoughts direct our words or actions. When such thoughts occur, we quietly step back and look at them, and then we let them go. We do not want what they would bring with them, and so we do not choose to keep them. They are silent now, and in the stillness hallowed by His love, God speaks to us and tells us of our will as we have chosen to remember Him. Oh, so a couple good points in here. Obviously, in deepest silence, I would come to you, so that means let's plug in some good meditation time today to hear your voice and receive your word. Okay, so we're wanting God's voice to be coming in today. And when ego thoughts direct our words or actions, we quietly step back and look at them and we let them go. So there's another couple of extra steps there. Getting quiet, listening for God's voice. And when we're noticing our thoughts and noticing our minds today and holding ourselves accountable and being responsible, we quietly step back and look at them, and then we let them go. So that is the work, I think, entirely. I mean, if we really believe that all the people, places, things, and experiences we run into are a reflection of us and a match for our frequency, when we notice these things coming up, quietly step back and let them go. That's the hardest thing to do. Unless you're at the Washington State Fair, then, you know, maybe it's easier to do. I don't know. I'll let you know. All right, so lesson 254 in A Year of Forgiveness, the 2019 remix. What do we have here? Let every voice but God's be still in me. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. The ego's raucous cries are distracting indeed. As you go further and further into these lessons, you will feel the difference between guidance and the loud and angry voice of the ego. Thank God. That's another part of our work, is to have that discernment to know which voice is which. All right, the ego is impatient. It speaks first. It speaks loudly. I've definitely been there as my Sherry voice. But as you focus your mind, do your forgiveness practice, stop indulging in hateful fantasies, stop feeding that energy of the ego mind, and encourage and feed the energy of love and forgiveness. Instead, the voices shift and change. That becomes clearer. The gentle, loving guidance. All right, let me read that again. The ego's voice becomes less strident, less obvious, and there is another voice. Thank God. There is another voice that becomes clearer, the gentle, loving, guiding voice of love. Love is God. God is love. So the voice of love is the voice for God. When you ask to hear only that voice, you send out a powerful message. You choose to use your free will to dampen the voice of the ego. And the voice of the ego is the one that's been fed in your society. It's the voice that has been cultured. It's the voice that has been given your attention. But as you now have come to lesson 254, you have spent many, many days giving spirit love and attention, giving your inner guidance love and attention. Now you are ready to dedicate your mind to that inner voice for God. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Let every voice but God's be still in me. All right, so we got some pretty good teachings today. I hope that this is going to help you with that discernment today and your ability to really let stuff go that you have been holding on to. And everybody knows where that is for them. That one line that you refuse to let other people cross or yourself cross. It's probably not worth the lack of love that you have in your life in order to maintain that line. Just saying. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. Maybe we'll have some fair videos today or something. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.